For 30 years, our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks put into practice developing within players they drafted out of junior via the NHL entry draft and players they signed in free agency out of university hockey. And for 30 years, our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks have relied on the affiliation farm teams they have set up over the course of 3 decades. Those 3 decades saw our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks set up farm teams on the East Coast of the United States, Midwest USA, and back on the Pacific Coast. Many of these farm teams existed for one simple primary goal. It is to hone, develop seasoned Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks draftees and free agent signees to ensure that they are prepared for the roles, duties, and responsibilities they will inherit within the rank and file of our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks. Over the 30 years, 8 farm teams were set up from 1993 and onward. These 8 farm teams existed in the now defunct IHL to currently in the AHL. When our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks were founded in 1993, the Ducks set up an affiliation agreement with the first edition of the San Diego Gulls of the now defunct IHL. The San Diego Gulls of the IHL existed from 1993 to 1995. By 1995, the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks switched their affiliation farm team to the Baltimore Bandits of the AHL. And for 2 years, from 1995 to 1997, the Ducks Baltimore Bandits farm team was the first farm team on the East Coast of the USA. Even though that the distance between our Mighty Ducks and Anaheim Ducks and their first farm team on the East Coast was, you can call it long distance. By 1997, the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks would move their farm team to Cincinnati, Ohio, founding the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks. That affiliation farm team would exist for 8 years and seasons, going from 1997 to 2005. By 2005, our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks would set up shop, expand the sphere of influence to Portland, Maine, becoming the Ducks, setting up the farm team and an agreement with the Portland Pirates from 2005 to 2008. For 3 seasons, it was the farthest East Coast team the Ducks would have over the years. By 2008, the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks would move their farm club to Iowa, founding the Iowa Chops. Unfortunately, that farm team would be disbanded after some certain issues. About a year later, after the disbandment of the Iowa Chops in 2009, the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks would form a partnership agreement with the Syracuse Crunch. They would serve as the Ducks' primary farm team from 2010 to 2012. By 2012, the Ducks would move their farm club to the Norfolk Admirals, forming an agreement with the city of Norfolk and its hockey team. For 3 years and seasons, that farm club would serve as a place to train, hone, and develop future Ducks stars and contributors to the Ducks cause. By 2015, the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks would bring their farm club back to the West Coast for the first time in nearly 2 decades, founding the second edition of the San Diego Gulls, which from 2015 till now serves as our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks primary farm club affiliate. 8 clubs, 8 affiliations in the AHL and in the now defunct IHL. The primary goal and the purpose was always the same since 1993. That is always to develop, hone, season, mentor, and train the next generation of hockey players to suit up for our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks and advance the Ducks cause. They were an extension of our hockey team. You can call it a outpost, training ground, or expanding, as I call it, the sphere of influence of Ducks fandom and hockey to any of the AHL and IHL cities. Many Ducks legends and alumni who were drafted, traded, and signed via free agency basically honed their skills and developed their hockey IQ in the Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks farm system, giving a true testament to the Anaheim Ducks strategy of, as I say, developing within. Those are Steve Ruchin, who played for San Diego of the IHL from 1994 to 1995. Vitaly Vishnetsky suited up for the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks from 1999 to 2000. Ducks legendary goalie J.S. Jaguar suited up for the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks from 2000 to 2001. The late Ruslan Zalay suited up for the Baltimore Bandits and the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks. Ducks legend Brian Getzlaff, along with his brother and cohort Corey Perry, suited up for the Portland Pirates in 2005-2006. And finally, Matt Bolesky suited up for the Syracuse Crunch and the Norfolk Admirals. Many of these names, many of these players, it gives us such a great joy and appreciation of seeing players, our team drafted via NHL entry draft or signed via free agency through the college ranks, whether it be in Canada and the United States or in the European leagues, to develop from young, fresh-face, rookie, newbie to the Anaheim Ducks to a contributing member to the Ducks cause. What I can say is this. The clubs that I name, all of them, farm clubs for our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks, serve not only as a pipeline to the main roster of our team, but served as a depth chart connection, a link, a lineage of youth and experience that still to this day continues. What's important is to look at these 8 hockey minor pro farm clubs as more than just an extension of our Anaheim Ducks, but a lineage, an appreciation of how these farm clubs played a big factor into making our Mighty Ducks Anaheim Ducks what it is today. That is the legacy. That is the purpose. Always we shall reflect and remember these farm clubs with appreciation.